Hey Aquarius, we're going to be doing your reading, so we're going to get right into it and see what is going on for you guys. Aquarius. All right, let's see. Aquarius, what's this? Nine of Wands. All right, Aquarius, let's see. All right. Okay. All right. So Aquarius, you guys have the Emperor, and this is showing up as in the area of your mind. So Emperor in the area of your mind. All right, I feel like there's some place you're feeling like you need to go somewhere, or there's something that you're like, okay, I got to get my stuff in order, maybe to go somewhere. Maybe that's something here, okay? That kind of stuff. I do understand something about maybe being like, I need to be extremely professional in whatever this is, but I actually don't even know if that's really the word I want to say here. I don't think it's really professional. I think it's more just like, I need to get my act together. And I'm not saying like you don't have your act. First of all, I don't have my act together, so that's fine, okay? But like, we all have that kind of stuff where it's like, all right, it's time to kind of like hustle now, or, you know, that kind of stuff. That's kind of what I'm feeling. You also maybe are thinking about maybe something that like you're feeling like, okay, I'm responsible for this thing, or I'm not responsible for this thing, that kind of thing. All right, that might be something here. I do understand something about wanting to go someplace, or thinking like I need to go, I don't know, I need to go someplace here, that kind of stuff. You know what I'm getting is like somebody being like, I need to restructure a loan. I don't really know what that means. I don't know. It's something. I didn't make it up, but I don't know. I'm understanding something about that. So you have the Queen of Pentacles, and this is showing up in the area of your feelings. Okay, yes, I do think there is something you're feeling a level of responsibility towards for some of you guys. Maybe this has something to do with finances, or something to do with like, I want to say like maybe even everyday finances or something like that. Okay, like keeping a budget or something in that like line, something about that. Okay. All right, maybe even you might even be feeling a level of like, okay, what is it that I want to like be responsible for? What's the thing that I'm gonna like that's gonna be like my thing that I'm gonna take care of, or you know what I'm saying, something about that. So all right, let's see. Okay, you guys have the Ten of Cups, and this is showing up in your environment. That's a perfectly fine energy. Okay, this feels like this is either somebody in your environment who's maybe just kind of like gone through something and is maybe like, oh my God, like, you know, I've arrived at the other end of whatever this is, okay? This also could be somebody around you who is looking for that, who is like, you know what, I just need like, I just need to know that there's something I'm working for. I need to know that there's like an end goal here or something like that. I'm almost picking up that energy, okay? You might actually be feeling that, and I wonder if that's where the sense of like, oh, I feel responsible for whatever this is. I'm not saying that you are or not or whatever it is. I'm saying that that's kind of how I'm seeing that you're feeling that way, okay? So, all right, for your desire here, your goal, you guys have the Eight of Swords. I think there's something about you guys maybe, okay, I want to say getting locked into something. So again, I'm not a banker or an investor. I don't know what I am. I don't know what I am here, Aquarius, okay? But I feel like there is something about being like, well, I want to get locked in at that. I'm getting like locked in at that rate. I want to get locked in at that number, or something about that, okay? That kind of stuff. Maybe some of you guys are making a big purchase, or you're wanting to do that, or again, that restructuring energy. Maybe you're working with a particular lender or bank. I don't know. This feels very specific here. So let's keep going. So for those of you who it's like, yeah, that's nice. I'm not trying to get like locked in at a certain, almost like an APR or something like that kind of stuff. Okay. If that's not the case, then maybe there's something here that you're like, you know what, I want it to be done this way, or I don't want to have to look for another way to do something. Like this is the way it is. And I don't know, something about that. Okay. That kind of stuff. Possibly you might be maybe hoping that somebody else maybe is like taking more responsibility for their own situation. If that's something that we're talking about, that could certainly be it. All right. Maybe you're like, dude, I want to show you places where maybe you could kind of expand your search or something about that kind of stuff. There might be something in that. So all right, for the possible issue, you guys have the Page of Cups here. I understand this is not listening to your intuition, or that there's something in the terms of, is this actually possible? There's a lot of like, you know, we want to do this and this, that, the other. Is it actually possible? Or is it, or yeah, is this possible? You know, that kind of stuff. That's kind of what I'm feeling. But I also am getting something about intuition here too, okay? So I don't know if this is, yeah, maybe not listening to your intuition or I wonder if somebody you're dealing with is feeling like maybe something is not possible, okay? Or that they're like, that's not gonna feel that great. That makes me feel a little bit interesting, that kind of stuff. But I wonder if you're trying to, in some sense, be like, yeah, but God, this is a confusing one because I'm getting an energy of you guys being like, no, stay wherever you are. Just stay there and just wait a little bit. We're getting something rolling. I don't know what that is, okay? And then I'm also understanding something about like feeling like somebody else is not taking initiative on their own situation or something about that and is maybe feeling like, you know what, just never mind, you know, that kind of stuff, okay? It could be. And maybe it's because they've just kind of like worked through something, or that there's just like this sense of like, okay, you know what, whatever, I'm going to make the best of whatever this is, or, you know, something like that. So, all right. Okay. I'm also getting, this is so weird. I'm also getting TV service providers. I don't know. There's, that is like so random, but I'm totally understanding that. Okay. I don't know. So you have the Hermit card and this is showing up as your opportunity here. Okay. Well, I kind of like that, especially with this Page of Cups for the possible issue. Cause I think your opportunity is to, I want to say, rely on your intuition. And I more so mean relying on your intuition because you've already done something that maybe somebody else around you is trying to do, or they're working through, that kind of stuff. Okay. I do understand that. There also might be something here as an opportunity to possibly do something in a very like secretive way. Okay. That kind of stuff. I'm telling you, there's something here that you have like an inner knowledge, or you might have gone through whatever this is before, that kind of stuff. And I feel like you could share that knowledge. I think you want to. I absolutely feel that you want to do that. I just feel like there's you might be like, I don't know how it's gonna look, or I don't know if whoever this is gonna want to hear this, or whatever the heck it is. Okay, that's kind of what I'm feeling here. So all right, let's see what else. Aquarius. All right. I keep getting this song. I can't remember the name of the song at all, and I am weirdly struggling to even remember who even sings it. But put a candle in the window, leave a candle in a window. As long as I can see the light. I think that's the name of the song, but I'm getting that with this card here. So, all right, let's see. So maybe this is going off of something, off of like your inner light, your inner guidance, that kind of thing. Okay, so all right, let's see. Wheel of Fortune reverse just came out. Okay. Is it CCR? I'm like gonna go nuts, man. Who sings that? Is it CCR? Oh boy. Okay. All right, so let's see. You guys have the Emperor, and then you have it with the Ace of Cups, and this is showing up for the area of your mind. So there we go. I like it. Okay. I think that there is something that you are wanting to, I'm telling you, you're following your intuition on something, or there is something that you are thinking like, I have been thinking this thing, like that's where I'm supposed to go. I've been thinking this thing, that kind of stuff. I've been feeling this, like there's, God, this is like a very strong intuitive, like knowing, that kind of stuff. But it's one of those things where it's like, you know, some people might just be like, okay, buddy, like whatever you say. And you're like, that's fine. But I'm telling you, I know what I know, you know, I don't know. That's what I'm feeling. There's also something here where it's like you and somebody else, like your intuition is playing off of each other. I wonder if somebody else is more so waiting for you to say something outright, as opposed to like, maybe putting something together with like intuition in some sense, or I don't know, something about that. Okay. I'm feeling something about that. Okay. It's a little bit like hazy, but I do understand that message. Okay. All right. So let's see. For some of you guys, I also think that you might be feeling a very strong connection, possibly to either a father figure, okay, or like something that's been that you like have like a certain level of respect for, or that you have been given respect for a certain thing here, okay, that kind of thing. I feel like you were thinking about that. All right, I do understand like connection, or even maybe even wanting to like be the boss, but doing it with like a tender heart, you know what I'm saying, that kind of stuff, which is fantastic. So all right, oh, you have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, and this is showing up in the air of your feelings. I think that you are intuitively are feeling like either like your finances are in a good spot here, okay, that kind of stuff. You might be feeling like, dude, I'm in a good position for whatever this is, okay, that kind of stuff. That's awesome. I really do think so. There might be something here that, again, you might be feeling like, yep, I need to move around finances, or I have to kind of like maybe even make a decision between like, all right, do I want to kind of like have more of like an active role in whatever this is, or do I want this to kind of like already be like ready to go. That feels very vague, but that is the message that I'm getting with that, okay, that kind of stuff. Again, definitely understanding something about maybe feeling a level of like responsibility towards something, okay, or maybe even feeling like generous, maybe feeling like, you know what, I mean, I gotta tell you, I wouldn't be that surprised. This does feel like sometimes the Emperor like scares the crap out of me. I really don't know why. Sometimes I'm like, whoa, you know, but I like it with the Ace of Cups. That to me feels like really nice energy, and I feel like in the air of your feelings, there's also this feeling of like feeling grounded, maybe feeling like I have everything I need, or I have more than enough, whatever it is. And there's like, it's almost like wanting to like perpetuate. It's like, you know what it feels like? It's like I have $1. How do I turn it into $20? You know, that's kind of what I'm feeling here, which is, I love that. That's exciting. It's awesome. I'm down for that. So, all right, let's see. You have the 10 of Cups, and you have it with the 6 of Swords, and this is showing up in your environment. So yes, I feel like this is somebody or a situation, whatever it is here, where it's like, you know, it's like the hard stuff has been worked through, that kind of stuff, and now it's like we can move on. Everyone's secure. Like we've moved on from that. Now let's literally let's like ship off. Like we're gonna go to some place that is like smoother sailing, or it's like letting go of something so that you can just be in that energy of like bliss, joy, you know what I'm saying? Emotional security, maybe like happy, maybe a happy life, God forbid, you know, so, something like that. So, all right, you have the 8 of Swords, and then you have it with the Queen of Pentacles again. All right, maybe you guys are dealing with a Capricorn or just an earth sign in general. All right, so 8 of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, and this is showing up for what you're wanting. So yes, I do think there's an energy here of you maybe wanting to either, for some of you guys, I'm getting this as expanding a home, okay? Expanding a home, or maybe expanding the place where you work, okay? That kind of stuff, or you know, redoing something in the way that you maybe work at something from home, or where you literally go to work. I don't know, something like that, okay? That kind of stuff. That I'm feeling like there's like tweaks in there. You're wanting to not feel so friggin' claustrophobic in something, that kind of stuff, okay? I do understand that. And I also think that there is a desire here for, again, possibly to have somebody else in your life kind of see where they might be holding themselves back in one area or another, okay? That kind of stuff. I do understand that as well. So you have the 10 of Cups again. You have a lot of repeating cards. Libra's reading had a ton of repeating cards, so maybe it's like an air sign thing. I don't know. I haven't done Gemini yet. But all right, so you have the 10 of Cups, and this is showing up as what to do here. So yeah, this feels like absolutely following, like, I want to say the path of least resistance here, okay? Or doing something that it's like working through something difficult because it is worth it. I also understand protecting somebody's like their comfort level, or what, like something about that. God, this feels so specific here. Like I'm getting something where it's like, don't move where you are, or like do what you're doing because something's almost ready. Okay. It's hard to explain. Well, I guess it was kind of easy to explain, but that, I don't know. It feels like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's okay. So, all right, you have the 9 of Wands, and this is showing up as what to avoid. I would avoid not finishing something that, you know, is that you're feeling either responsible to finish, that kind of stuff, okay? I also, maybe there's something about avoiding this is weird, I almost want to say making something perfect, which is a little bit of an interesting interpretation of this Nine of Wands, but I'm understanding it as being like, okay, like, you know, we can't hold up the show because everything has to be friggin' perfect. Like, there, you know what I'm saying? It's something where it's like, okay, pushing through that feeling of either being like, never mind, I'm going to give up on this thing, or, you know what I'm saying? Or even avoid feeling like something is like not possible, like being like, no, I'm going to get blocked from that anyway, or, you know, I'm not going to be able to complete this or whatever the heck it is, that kind of stuff. It's like, we got to like kind of avoid that for right now. Okay. That kind of stuff. That might be more of a fear-based thing creeping in. Funny enough, you have the Moon card here. Well, let's hold on. So you have the Page of Cups and the Hermit card, and this is showing up for the possible issue. That's what I'm saying. It feels like it feels like clouded intuition, but what's weird is I feel like your intuition was perfectly fine. I feel like everything was like all systems working, that kind of stuff. I wonder if you maybe overthought something or did not listen to your own inner guidance for one reason or another, okay, that kind of stuff. And I think that caused more than a little bit of a problem here, okay? That's really what I'm feeling. There's something about that, okay? I also think this might be a situation where possibly somebody has been met with, it might be that you have something that it's like somebody else might not be believing the process of something that you're going through, or the way that you're like, no, this is a possibility because like I've researched it, or this is a possibility because like I've had to do this by myself, or whatever the heck it is, okay? That kind of stuff. I also understand somebody holding back intuitive hits, okay? Being like, yep, that was right, like that, whatever the heck it is, that kind of thing, and holding that back for one reason or another, okay? That kind of stuff. All right, maybe because I don't know, maybe you're feeling like somebody takes more of like a grounded kind of, I don't want to say grounded, but more of like a like practical approach to something, or the way they understand something. I don't know, that something. Okay. I'm even understanding the way you were raised, or something about that. There's like, there's a connection in that. So, all right, you have the Moon card, and this is showing up as what to do. So yes, facing fears, not saying, not backing away from something, especially if it's intuitively based, because I feel like your intuition is pretty freaking good. Okay. That's like really what it's like, it's almost like screaming. It's like, no, you're like, I don't know why you weren't listening to your intuition in the first place here, okay? I feel like I do know why, but I feel like that would be a whole speech here. So there's something about that has happened in the past, okay? And I feel like maybe now we're trying to like kind of like release those layers of whatever it is, okay? That kind of stuff. I almost feel like there might have been a missed opportunity in some sense because of not listening to your intuition, or not believing in it, not even not listening to it, because I mean, you're going to listen to it, right? It's there, but it's more so like trusting it, believing in it, being like, yep, that's real. You know, that kind of stuff. Even if, again, you're like, you brought that information to somebody and they like looked you in the eye and were like, no, that's not true. And then you're like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's something about really deeply believing in the information you're getting, or the feelings that you're feeling, something about that. Okay. Really, really, really. And it's going to sound weird, but even if you were getting confirmations from people who are maybe trying to make you feel like you're wrong for you know, if you understand what I'm saying, then you understand what I'm saying. I feel like, so all right, you have the Nine of Cups, and this is showing up as what to avoid here. Okay, I would avoid what would I avoid here with the Nine of Cups? Kind of want to say like, it, you know, once you are kind of like proven right, and I don't even know if that's really what you're looking for, but once that kind of happens, it's almost like avoid being smug about that, or avoid being like, I told you so, that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? That maybe that's like a hard thing to kind of do, but I do understand something about that. Okay. I also do understand something about possibly not staying exactly where it's like, okay, but this is so comfortable and this is what I've always done, and I don't want to like rock the boat. It's like, yeah, but you have the Moon card there. Like, you're kind of meant to go into something that's maybe like intuitively based, or has like subconscious fears, or is like totally, I don't know. So, like the unseen, or again, like a fear-based thing there. It's like kind of like facing that, you know what I'm saying? I'll tell you another thing, facing what is scaring you, that's going to increase your intuition, because once you face what scares you, can't scare you anymore, and then your intuition's going to speak louder. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely something. So all right, you have the Hermit card again. And then, wait, what? Whoa. Okay, you have the Page of Cups and the Hermit card for your the possible issue, and then for your opportunity, you have the Hermit card and the Page of Cups. So flip-flop. That's awesome. So, okay, that's so funny. So, okay, so for your opportunity here, you have the Hermit card and then the Page of Cups. So this might even be that the opportunity is to totally listen to your inner wisdom, that kind of stuff. Maybe even speaking up on something, okay, that kind of situation, and then seeing if something is possible, okay? You know when they say put the horse before the cart, or like that kind of thing, that's almost what I'm feeling with like the issue and then the problem, or the issue and the like opportunity here. It's like something was put in you got to switch. If there's 3 of something, it's like switching 2 and then switching 2 the other way. God, again, I wish I could like project what I'm seeing in my head, but I don't know. Like there's something out of order and you got to like switch 1, move 1 the other way, and then it's like right, or I don't know. There's something in that. It feels like a friggin' riddle, but I'm seeing it, so I don't know. But that's what I'm saying. There's something here. It's like your opportunity is to first go off of just what you know. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff, okay? Totally understand that. Maybe even like giving yourself time, space, like being like, nope, everyone get the heck away from me. I need to freaking do this thing, that kind of stuff. And then it's like and then being like, okay, now how do I feel about this? Or now how can I, like, what is real here? What is not real? That kind of stuff, okay? That's what I'm feeling. So, and I'm telling you, there's intuition, like, I don't even want to say intuition. There's psychic energy everywhere in this reading, okay? Everywhere. So, all right, that's awesome. So, okay, you guys have the 5 of Wands, and then you have it with the 4 of Wands here. This is showing up as what to do, what to avoid. So 5 of Wands is showing up as what to do here. So yeah, there's something about, I want to say fighting. I don't mean like that sounded kind of wild. I meant like fighting for yourself, or being like, and by fighting for yourself, it's like whatever it is that you're doing here. It's like rearranging something. That's what I'm saying. There's something that's out of order. It's like you're doing a puzzle in one piece, even though it fits in that spot. The picture is wrong. It's supposed to be moved somewhere else. I don't know. That's what I'm understanding. So I think that what you're meant to do here is to move things around, maybe trying out different things, but it's like there's something here about doing something without so much of like a it's the order in which you're doing something. That's what matters here. That's what we're talking about. And again, I'm not going to know exactly what that is. That's good. If that makes sense to you, then you're going to know exactly what that means. So for what to avoid, you guys have the 4 of Wands here. Okay, maybe as what to avoid, I almost feel like this is avoiding like finishing, like maybe celebrating something before it's time to celebrate something. Like I'm getting somebody being like, yeah, we're going to cut the ribbon on this thing. And it's like, wait, it's not ready yet, or something like that. It's like kind of avoid doing that. Okay. That kind of stuff. And I also want to say there might be an avoidance of feeling like you need to completely choose one side or another of something, which is interesting because we keep saying that thing where it's like, no, you got to switch one thing here and move this thing here. I know that sounds friggin' weird, but there's something about the order of something or switching something out. And I don't know, there's something there. I can't really explain it more than that. This probably doesn't make any sense. All right. Sorry, Aquarius. That's what I have for you guys. I hope this reading was helpful. Maybe this is switching out numbers. Okay. Sorry, I'm like really like hung up on that. So, all right. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope this reading was helpful and made sense, all that kind of stuff. If not, you could check your other placements. Otherwise, I will see you guys back for your next one. Thank you. Bye.